Hello, everyone. I have a grammar lesson for you today. But don't worry, it's not very difficult, or at least I hope so. First, please read these 5 sentences and decide whether the statement is true for you. For example, the first sentence, if I were a superhero, I would be the Hulk, is not true for me. I would much rather be Iron Man. As you all probably figured out, these are all conditional sentences. Structure of conditional sentences follows really clear rules, which makes it easier for you to express your ideas in sentences. By now, you have already covered first conditional. We use the first conditional to express what can actually happen or what actually happens. For example, if I have enough money, I will buy a car, meaning it's quite likely that I will have enough money to buy that car. Either I will earn it or get it or I already have it. Now look at this second sentence, the bolded one. If I had enough money, I would buy a fast car. This sentence expresses the feeling or a thought that I'm probably not going to have that much money. This is just a dream I have. This second sentence is expressed in the second conditional. The structure of the second conditional is as follows. It uses the past simple after if and then would and the infinitive in the second sentence. For example, if I had a lot of money, I would buy a fast car. Or if I were rich, I would buy a new car. We can use were instead of was with I and he, she, it. If we use was, as in the first sentence, if he was rich, he would buy a new car. We would use that more in spoken English. While when we write and when we want to be more formal, we would use were. If he were rich, or even if I were rich, I would buy a new car. We use the second conditional in 2 instances. We can use it to talk about events in the future that are probably not going to happen. For example, if I won the lottery, I would buy a boat. I'm just imagining that. It's not likely I will win the lottery. Or if I met the president of the US, I would ask about his plans for the country. Probably not going to happen. She would travel all over the world if she had time, meaning she does not have time, so she cannot possibly travel all over the world. The same as in the next sentence. She would pass the exam if she studied enough. She did not, so this won't happen. We can also use it to talk about something in the present which is impossible. For example, someone can say, if I had her number, I would call, but I do not have his or her number, or that person doesn't have that number, so it's impossible to call. That's why it's expressed in the second conditional. Or we can say, if I were you, I wouldn't go without a coat. I cannot possibly be you, so this is an impossible situation. Now let's get back to those statements we read at the beginning. Please answer these questions using the second conditional. Write what is true for you. Please pause this presentation and answer the questions. These are my answers. If I were a superhero, I would fly all the time. It's important to use the past simple after if in the if clause and would plus the infinitive in the second clause. If I won the lottery, I would probably buy an apartment. Again, past simple in the second, past simple in the if clause and would plus infinitive in the second clause. If I spoke 10 languages, I would travel a lot, as I imagine we all would. If I didn't go to school, I would probably be very lost. Again, pay attention to the structure if plus past simple, would plus infinitive. And I don't know about you guys, but if I saw a ghost, I would faint or scream or just run. So This was the second conditional. Please refer to your workbooks or your textbooks to find more examples to practice. I hope that everything is clear and I have helped you understand. Thank you for your attention. Bye.